The Bounce House, and it's easy to see why they call it that. Home of the Knights of UCF. What do you think about that? And this crowd is ready for a big one. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on another team from the SEC, the UCF Knights. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Knights will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it out. It's White. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. First down for this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's going to take a shot right away. Caught at the 25. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Kentucky! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Well, there's no secret who this offense wants to get the ball to. And on the very first play, they find a matchup on the outside one-on-one. They take a shot to him vertically down the field, and he does the rest. He is so athletic, and he is going to be a problem for this defense all game long.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Richardson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Ready to fire from the pistol. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Running back searching for a hole. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They'll try the run. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Brown wants to pass. He makes the connection. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Trying to find his man on first down. Finds his target down the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Dances away from the D, and he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable.
And it's on the ground. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Looking to throw, it's Vandergriff. He'll off one deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Louisville may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from L&N Stadium every time. The Cards have been racking up road wins since the Lee Corso days, and they'll get another one today. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Shakes off the defender. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The running back has it. And the defense finally makes a stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. They've been running it, but now the pass. Got a man. It's Richardson. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up.
Flying out to the left. The 20. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Knights.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on a 61-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's White. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Touch pass on the run. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Kentucky 14, UCF 7.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. He's looking downfield to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
And your UCF Knights will take over 1st and 10.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Brown will throw it. Going to try to get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to him on the ground. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UCF!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take it there.
Lining up to add another. Right down the boulevard. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Fielded in the end zone. It's White. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Kentucky Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Might as well give it to him again. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Kentucky going quickly. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. If you want to shut this crowd up early, you don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Scanning the field, it's Vandergriff. Fires to the tight end. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. As strange as it seems, this is an easy decision. A little too far for the field goal. Punting does nothing for you. They'll go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, at this point of the drive, 4th down and inches in your opponent's territory, you're trying to get into field goal range. You're just going to run the football. You're going to try to be more physical at the line of scrimmage. They were right there.
They'll go to the ground. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
On the run, it's Trainer. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out fast. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Back to throw, it's Vandergriff. Got his man in the middle. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Looking to throw for it. Lets it fly deep downfield. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
number 7.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll call for the fair catch here. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. Fair catch called for and made. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
It's a nice run there to get the first down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He wants to go deep. And he's got it inside the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Knights! He'll try to tack on one more. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Purdue is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned. They're up by 18 over Sam Houston. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Off the play fake on first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Brown. The ball squirts free. And just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get it, get the first down.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Back to throw, it's Vandergrift. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. Kentucky right back to the line. On second down, looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Couldn't pick it up on second down. Now they need a couple on third down. Direct snap. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
You see, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Muscling ahead on third and short. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
3rd inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
And the Wildcats with the 1st and 10. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. To the ground, he's got it again. On the move at the 30. Turns it on down the left side. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, with him making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Here comes the offense on second down. Dropping back, it's Vandergriff. Makes his connection. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Kentucky going quickly. Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, looking to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. He's got it, and they convert. Touchdown, Wildcats! They take the lead with the 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The option look. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Kentucky 28, UCF 21.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Brown wants to pass. They're bringing heat. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Looking for space. It's Harvey. It's a fumble on the play. Bounced right back to them.
And as a defense, you just want to steal some possessions, create some turnovers. You force the fumble. But, man, what a break for the offense to fall back on it. Those are moments that you just get a little bit frustrated because it's the luck of a bounce.
To the air on 1st down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Offense working from the pistol. Hands it off. Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He rifles one deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Working that left side now. Still on his feet at the 45. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The Knights are moving quickly down the field. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, I think this running back has proved in this game here tonight that he can be counted on and relied on, right? And a big moment right here, late in the game when they need to run the ball to ice this thing, he's able to deliver.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Unleashes one deep. Fires into traffic, picked off. Just trucks through it. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Little touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass, after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand it. They're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
Finds his man. It's White.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route runner. Really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Here we go. 3rd down and 1. Let's see what you're made of. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Got it behind the line. It's Harvey. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Caught close to the marker. It's Hudson. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
When you're a QB and you have enough time to take out a sandwich and finish the sandwich before you have to make a pass down the field, that's a good day at the office.
Looking for room. It's Harvey. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll test the right side. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, UCF!
Massive score, now massive decision making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, we win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? You want to go for it? It's your decision.
So you think this is automatic? They need this one badly. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. UConn was anything but dominant today, but the Huskies are going to leave Rentschler Field winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L-Comp. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, try to maximize this time, and get in a position to win.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. The defense will take a timeout, 25 seconds left to play.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
Dropping back, it's Vandergrift. He's right on target. Defense gets the timeout called. 20 seconds left on the clock. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Grabbed over the middle, it's Brown. Offense uses a timeout, 17 seconds left on the clock. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is, too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to...
He lobs one high down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines, got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too. Timeout called by the offense, a mere 10 seconds to go in the game. Kentucky will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Kentucky.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And it all comes down to this. Make or miss, win or lose. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And this will be for the win. And he missed it. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. First play of the first possession of OT. Looking to throw, it's Vandergrift. Takes the easy one to the back. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Kentucky right back to the line. Dialing up a second down pass play. Coming after it. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Kentucky now operating in the red zone. He'll come out throwing on first down. Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Kentucky! They jump on top here in OT.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28.
That makes the score Kentucky 35, UCF 28.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. On the run, it's Harvey. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Brown will throw it. Floats it out in space. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. That'll do it. The sack ends it as the defense puts the final nail in the coffin. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David